America is the land of the Ammonites and the Moabites, which I believe was before times called by the name Ar. And No, which was Noman's land. Before it was claimed by the descendants of Lot, which now is called the lands of North and South America, which came to be named after an Italian explorer called Amerigo Vespucci. Friends, I believe that the land of America is also part of the inheritance of the descendants of Lot, which is believed to be part of the biblical lost land called, of No, and Ar, of old, which I believe was the name of the land Lot, or the inheritance of the descendants of Lot, which became to be known as the land of North and South America, which was renamed to that of Amerindian, which is the same as America, which was in the early 1500s by Amerigo or Americus Vespucci, who was of Latin descent, and whom was a descendant of Latin better known as Lot, and who was the nephew of Abraham, whom was called also the father of many nations. And America was the land lot of the children of Lot, and the Moabites, and the Ammonites, which were the two populous nations of Ar and No, and which is now called America, but which was called by the names Ar and No, and which were the lands of the Moabites and the Ammonites in the time of Moaz. And when the children of Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, were in the quest and the conquest for the land which was called the promised land, which was the land of Canaan. Deuteronomy 2:16, and so it came to pass, when all the men of war were consumed and they were dead from among the people of Canaan, Deuteronomy 2:17, then the sovereign one spoke to Moaz, who was better known as Moses, with these, saying, Deuteronomy 2:18, Moaz, you say to the Israelites, them, that they shall not pass over to Ar, nor shall they go over the seas to the coast of the Moabites, nor over the seas to the coastlines of Noman's land and into the lands of the Ammonites, nor should you go over there to Noman's land, which is all the lands of the Moabites and the Ammonites, which later became to be known as the Americas. Now I have given all of you notice, and I Elu'hymn have warned all of you. And I have commanded you all not to go over there this day. Deuteronomy 2:19, and when you shall come near to any of the lands of the Ammonites, you shall not go through it, nor shall you go up against the children of Ammon, nor shall you distress them, nor should you meddle with them, because I will not give you any of their land, nor any of the land of the children of the Moabites, nor any of the Ammonites' land, for a possession to you, because I have given them to the children of Lot for a possession, and to the people of Latin, the Latinos, and the Italians, and the French and Spanish and the Portuguese. Friends, the children of Lot are the sole beneficiary of the land lot of the North and South Americas. Deuteronomy 2:20, and you shall not inherit any of their land that were also accounted to their land, where there were giants, nor any of the lands where the giants them dwelt in the old days, whom the Ammonites them call Zamzummims. Deuteronomy 2:21, and whom were a people who were great, and they were many, and who were as tall as the Anakims, but I, Elu'hymn, destroyed them in the flood, and even those who were before them, and whom the Ammonites them have succeeded when they dwelt in their stead. Nahum 3:1, and woe to the bloody city of Ar and No, which was once called Noman's land, because it is all full of lies and robberies, and it is a city that preys on and kills everyone who doesn't depart out of it, or those who dare not to depart from there. Nahum 3:2, and with the noise of a whip, and the noise of the rattling of them with wheels, and the prancing and jumping of their wheel chariots. Nahum 3:3, and of they with both their lifted up war horsemen and their bright swords and their glittering spears, and their cemetery with the multitude of the slain, and a great number of their war horsemen carcasses, and there is no end to their corpses, and they are even stumbling over their dead corpses. Nahum 3:4, and because of the multitude of the whoredom of the well-favored harlots and their mistresses with their craft and with their witchcraft, and with those who are in the nation that sells other nations their filth and their filthy craft through the rich families of their whoredom, and to the other families through the air by their witchcraft. Nahum 3:5, behold, I am against you, Ar And no, says he, the sovereign one, who's the host of all the heavens and the host of all the earth. And I, will let the other nation them see what is under your skirts when your skirt is uncovered and when it is upon thy face, and I, will show the other nations them your nakedness, and your filthiness and the filthiness that is in your kingdom and all of your kingdom sins and all of your shame. Nahum 3:6 And I will cast you away, because of your abominable filth, that is within you and for that, which have made you vile, and I will set you up and make you as a example and I, shall make you to be as a laughing stock and a gazing stock. Nahum 3:7 And it shall come to pass, that all those that look up to you, and upon you they shall flee from you, and they shall say, Nineveh was debased but you are more debased than her and yet she repented and she wasn't wasted but you, are. And no shall be wasted and who shall bemoan you? And why should we put all our trust in you? And why should we seek comfort from you? Nahum 3:8 When you are no better than Nineveh, who have repented, but you are. And no, you are very corrupt. And you are that proud pompous populace no, that is situated among the rivers and which have the sea waters that are all round you and also around and about you. And the countries that have their ramparts that was by the sea, and whose rampart walls was from the sea. Nahum 3:9 And your labor was from Ethiopia and also Egypt, whom were used by you. And they were used to give you strength, and it was infinite, and also Put and Elu'hymn were also your helpers. Nahum 3:10 Yet you got carried away, with them and with you and them went into captivity and also their children them and your young children them you and them and which you dashed into pieces at the top of all the streets, and you and them even cast lots for their honorable young men, and all their great men whom were bound in chains. Nahum 3:11 And you also shalt be like a drinking drunken drunk, and you shalt be weak and you shall go into hiding. And you shalt also seek strength because of the enemies. Nahum 3:12 And all your strongholds shall be like fig trees with the first ripe figs, if they be shaken, they shall even fall into your enemy's mouth and for the other eaters. Nahum 3:13 And behold, even the gates of your land is set wide open for every one and for anyone. And for all of the people to enter in the midst of you, and for you are enemies, them. Like the women them of the land whose gates are set wide open for anyone. And for the fires that shall devour your bars and your border and your protection. Friends, the name of the land of America today was different than what it were in the time of Moses. And in the time when they were being given their inheritance, and in the rule of the Israelites them. Which was the time when they were living in the land of Canaan, which was for the better part all the lands of Africa and Arabia. And I'm now finding out that the city of Rome with the Vatican and the Vatican City was before times called the city of Jerusalem, and which is better known as Jerusalem today. And that the city of Paris France and the nation of Britannia which was better known as Great Britain that it was founded by the descendants of Lot, who were the founding fathers of the nation of Italy and the nation of America. And which was before times called Ar. And no. And which was the inheritance and the land lot of the descendants of Lot, whom were Latin, and who is called the Latinos and the Spanish and the Italians and the Portuguese people. And also the French people. And during the time of Moses, the children of Israel were forbid to meddle with the Ammonites and the Moabites' land. And they were also warned that they should not even go through their land. And that they should not even cross over to their coasts. Which was before times called no man's land, and was later on called Ar. And no. Before it was changed again by Americus, who is better known as Amerigo Vespucci. And who was an Italian explorer, like Christopher Columbus who was also believed to be an Italian by certain accounts. Friends, the Palatinate of Rome, and the Kingdom of Italy it also consisted of the nation of Britannia, which was called Great Britain, and also the Americas, the North and South Americas, and the people of Latin descent knows this, and that's why they are migrating to the USA because the majority of them believes that these lands are also part of their heritage. And also because it is part of the Americas and also it is for them, because they are also the descendants of Lot also. Friends, now you know the truth about the kingdom of Italia or Italy. And about the Church of Rome. And the Vatican City. And the Pope. And the Jesuits and the Jesuites. And how the lands of the Americas, that these are the land inheritance of the descendants of Lot to whom Esau married into, and whose sons were the founding fathers of Rome and Jerusalem. And that the Vatican. And the Vatican City and the City of London, that's in Great Britain and the North and South Americas, that they are the inheritance of Lot and Latin, and who are the descendants of the Latin people, and the Latinos and the Spanish and French, and the Portuguese people. Who are the descendants of the Moabites and the Ammonites, who are from the incestuous roots of the daughters of Lot and his children. But the children of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob, they too have muddled the people of Israel. And like Esau, who sold his birthright to Jacob and whom was called Israel, they have been forsaken by Elu'hymn. For their whoredom and their idolatry, for departing from our true sovereign king. Whom is called Elu'hymn. For the worshipping of old God Godriel, the destroyer, who is also called the serpent of old and the old dragon, and also Satan. And also for the lordolatry of sons of old God, whom is called Baal, and the Lord, whom is better known as Jesuit Judas Jesus, who does have other cognate names, like Yeshua and Yeshua and Gesu. And IHS and the Lord Jesus, whom is worshipped in the churches of Christendom and the churches of Gesu, which was founded by the sons of Lot, and which is this universal church which has permeated the whole wide world, and the religious world and the non-religious world today. Friends, to learn more about the sons of Latin or Lotan and the Jesuits and the Jesuites, please visit my YouTube channel and my message, which is called the Sons of Latin or the Descendants of Lot, who are also called the Latinos and the Latin people and the Italians. Friend, and this is the idolatry and the lordolatry that's in the whole wide world, and which is in Christendom, and that's in the religion of today. And because of the sins of blasphemy and of old God and Jesuit Judas Jesus, Elu'hymn is coming back to remove the sons of Lot, and the corrupters of the gospel of Elu'hymn. And also all the unrepentant nations that are in the world, and those who have forgotten the name of Elu'hymn. For the name of God and Jesus, friends, please check out my message. The restoration of Judah, whom is called Yah, a time when Elu'hymn would return to establish his holy kingdom and a holy people in the earth. Friends, the kingdom of this world are being ruled by no man, whom is called old God, whom is Satan, and his son Judas Jesuit Jesus, who are the sons of perdition. And also the lawless ones. And very soon the Holy One, whom is called and Elu'hymn, and Elu'hymn, and Elu'hymn, will soon appear to rule this whole wide world. And is going to reign in old Godriel, whom is called Satan, and that Judas Jesus his son, whom shall vanquish. Friends, to find out more, please visit my message, The Old God War Against Elu'hymn. The time that would judge this whole wide world at the judgment seat of Christ, whom is called Please check out my message, The White Throne Judgment of Elu'hymn. Thank you. Friends, it's time to get ready, because is soon to come. And the signs of the return of are everywhere. Friends, this coming Feasts of Tabernacles, that's on the 25th day of December, this Christmas day could be the very day that could possible come. Friends, let us all watch and pray and tarry until Elu'hymn comes. Friends, I hope that this message has helped you to see the deceit and the deception, and also the lies and the blasphemies of old God whom is called Satan, and also Jesuit Judas Jesus, and the Jesuits and the Jesuites. And the sons of God, even the sons of Lot, whom are the founding forefathers of the Church of Gesu and all the organization of abominations in the earth. Friends, Bible prophecy is being fulfilled right before our very eyes. To find out more, would you please visit my message, The World Wars Against Elu'hymn, whom is called Elu'hymn, and Elu'hymn, and Elu'hymn, whom is the Holy Sovereign One, who is called And this would be the time when the little horn, whom I believe is America, would be fighting against the return of Elu'hymn in the end times. A very interesting take. Friends, the time of Elu'hymn coming is drawing nearer, and let us all get ready. Friend, if you care to embrace Elu'hymn, would you now say this simple prayer? Dear Elu'hymn, I now see the deception in the world. Dear Elu'hymn, would you please save me from old God whom is called Satan? And would you please make me one of yours? Elu'hymn. And would you please accept me? I believe that it was He who came down from heaven to save me. Thank you, Elu'hymn. Amen. The end to be continued. Friends, please follow the link below for my message, The World Fights Against E, whom is called Christ, at E's coming. Thank you.